For this particular video, I want to discuss the printing letters icon on the main screen. If I click this icon, it opens up this screen here. Now it says here letter template screen. EasyAs have added a way for you to create letters that you can print to clients in your address book. It's just a facility that they put together. This is not meant as a replacement to information and letters that you create in your word processing programs. This just offers you a quick way to create a common letter that you might want to send out to everyone in your address book. Depending on what your business is, you might have a sale going on and you want to create a quick letter and have it print to everyone in your address book. So you send it to your printer. So this offers you a way of doing it from within the program. Now, when you first open the screen up, you will see that they have some examples here. These are just some template examples that they've put in here that you can see the value of what you can use this for. You might have a template which says, hey, you're 30 days overdue if they have an invoice or an account with you. See, so here it offers you an opportunity to create letters to send to all your clients. You can actually select it just to be sent to an individual client. Okay, so it's not just for all your address book. You can create and record letters that you send to individual clients. So what happens is, if you record and send this to an individual client, it's also recorded against that client. So you can come back down the road in a couple of months' time and you can check to see, they might say, well, I never received a letter from you saying that I was 30 days overdue as my account. But then you can go back and check your system and you can say, yeah, I did actually print one off for you. Obviously, if you didn't send it, well, then you've got to hope you sent it. But if you've printed letters and you've sent it, you can record and say, yes, I did send one to you on this date because you've printed it out, you've recorded that you recorded it. Now, I'll show you where that side of it's recorded soon. So if, for example, this particular client here was 30 days over and I'm going to send him a template letter. Actually, I won't do that for a second. Let's just look at this screen. These are templates, folks. You can record and save individual templates to save time down the road. So it might be that you do have a template set up for people that are 30 days over or 90 days over. Or you might have a common sales letter that you send out every couple of months. So instead of rewriting the letter, you can have a template here that you just go back in and edit each month. And it's always there in the system and you can return to it and review it and use it down the road. Obviously, you have a selection method here where if you've got 20 or 30 different templates, you can go down the screen here and it'll instantly go to that template for you. There is a check speller. Okay, it says double click on the boxes. So if I double click on this box, it's going to go through and check my spelling. A very great, unique feature. Stop that EasyAs because that's not in the system. So I'm going to add that to the system and off it goes. So it does allow you to check your spelling. So that's great. Now, I think the rest of the information is pretty self-explanatory. This just offers a description, which is for personal use. This is the actual stuff that appears on a letter. So you can click create, and that will where you can create a brand new letter. I'm going to go back to a previous one. And obviously, this 90 days. This information here comes from whatever you type in the first line. See that? Whatever you type in the first line becomes that. So if I do create a new letter, I'm just going to call it temporary. I come down here and it's just full of blah, blah, blah. I really don't care. If you have a look here, it's that line there. Whatever recorded on that line is what comes up here. Okay, so just remember that. That's for the easy reference. Now, so if I'm sending this letter here to this particular client, I can then view the letter. I can view the letter at any time. So if I click view, it shows me how the letter is going to look when it's printed. And you'll see that it includes the address, your logo if you have one. It includes the date, today's date, the address to the client, etc., etc. Okay, so that's how, and see this dear Ian, that comes from your address book. All that information there comes from your address book, and it comes from this section here. Whatever you write on this person line here, this is the contact person. This is the personal information that is also used in the letters. So just be aware of that. So if I go along here and I find that, there we are. There's that there. Anne and Ian. Anne Wrestling it uses the information in this line for your letters. So be aware of that. It has a letters icon here, and I'm going to come back and I'll show you that in a second. If I view this now, you will see that there is no letters recorded against this particular individual client. So it says we've previously sent no letters to this client. So now if I jump back over here and I look in the template area and I select this here, I'm going to print a letter to Anne Wrestling. So I now select print now. Here I've selected to, my default setting is print to a PDF. Obviously you might print it to your printer or whatever it is you do. So I print my letter. It prints it. And at the same time, the system recorded that against Anne Wrestling. So now if I jump back into Anne, it instantly recorded, where is it, the address book? If I locate Anne, there's Anne Wrestling, right? Now if I click view printers, view letters, aha, it shows me a list of all the letters printed to that client. And if I had more than one letter, this would change each time. So I'm going to show you that. I'm going to print a different letter now. So I want to show you that as well. So I'm going to just print this temporary letter. And I'm going to record it against Anne. I'm going to print now. Okay. Yep, whatever. I'm going to close that screen. I'm going to go back to locate what I'm doing. I know it's the second one, so here he is here. So now if I open it, see we have more letters here. There was something there that I didn't quite realize myself. See, there's nothing recorded here. This screen picks up the information that is put in this side of the screen here, records the description and the personal reference. So that's for ease of finding it here. So if you have information, your letter code is for you to find it on the general letters area, and it shows you what's listed here. Because we didn't have anything listed, I'm going to go back and do that again because that doesn't make any sense, does it? So I'm just going to jump back here. I'm going to edit that letter. I'm going to go back here and edit my temp. So what it says is whatever you put in this line, it gets recorded for ease of reference on the other one. So I'm going to say description line, just so we can see that. Description of temp letter. So if I print that again, I can print it again. It'll just record that I've printed another letter. So record that again. I printed that. You have to actually follow through with the printing, guys. If you don't follow through the printing, it won't actually... So I can't print that and quickly cancel then because it will cancel it out. So if I go over to here and I go to this person again, where is it? Here. Now it shows I've printed 3 letters. And there's that description. So that's for ease of reference. So if I can come over here and click select, it goes straight to that letter. So it says that I printed this letter, date of printing, 20th of July, the 11th, and there's the information that I printed. And I can go back to this letter and select it. You've got to click select and it will follow through. I think you can also, can you do that here? No, it doesn't allow me to. Oh, I think if you click all, because this here filters it back. So here, now I can go and look at all of them because it says down the bottom, 1 of 3. I can flick it. If I select an individual letter, it just shows me that one letter on the screen. So no matter what I do here, it doesn't work until I click all again. I think that's pretty well self-explanatory. And here it's just another quick reference. Oh, okay. So say if you've got 100 letters, because remember this does it for a whole year, guys. So over a whole year, you might have sent 100 quick letters to this person. So this offers you a quick way of locating the letters rather than trying to go down here and finding them. What is this one? Okay, that's for description, personal reference. I think that's self-explanatory. I'm going to end this video and come back again in the next video because there is a little bit more I want to talk about here.